guys, just waiting for them to start their stream. So we're just gonna wait and listen to their music. So get all your friends and anybody that's interested in GameStop and the saga that's been going on with GameStop and the Wall Street Bets guys. Today we're gonna get the earnings, their Q4 earnings. So that'll be interesting to listen to. I'm gonna step away real quick. There's only one person watching at the moment, so I will see you guys very shortly. So, we are just waiting for them to start. Hope you guys are excited to hear what's going to happen with our lovely little stock market after this GME thing goes, and we'll see what happens. We'll, keep our eyes and ears open. But at the moment, GME is down to 181. It did get up a little earlier. It got up to 198. So it's kind of all over the place. Everybody's a little curious about what's going to happen with GameStop and how amazing these earnings are going to be, because that's what they're saying. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They should be on here shortly. So. Get them there. Let's see. Okay, GameStop appoints Chief Operating Officer. GameStop names Jenna Owens, COO. That's cool. Awesome. This is their wait music, their elevator music for the earnings call. So. I'll be right back. Gonna go get a drink. All right, guys. I'll turn this music down. When they start, I'll ask you guys how the sound is on your end. While we wait, do you guys have any questions about the market today or anything like that? If so, put them in the comments. Any tickers you guys were watching today? What are your thoughts on projections for the Q4? Well, from all the due diligence I've been doing,
The GameStop Q4 2020 earnings call will begin in approximately 15 minutes at
all
5
right,
p.m. Eastern Time.
15
Remain on
minutes.
the line. Thank you.
My projections are that they're going to be pretty strong. I don't know. I just feel like Cohen's got something up his sleeve. I don't know what's going to happen. He didn't really start until I believe beginning of this year. So I don't know. We'll see. I put an ape on the moon. I don't know if you can tell. What are your guys' projections? Crews do okay. It's going to definitely blow up, that's for sure. I think Q4, we didn't get much of a push ending in January. Yeah, I agree with you there, James. It's been. I mean, it's really hard to say. With all the GameStop, the Wall Street bets guys pushing this, and yeah, I don't know. They always say that no publicity is bad publicity. I think GameStop got pushed so hard. They did get what was it, the PlayStation, and then they got another system that came out that's, I mean, I guess doing amazing. So yeah, it seems like they've got a lot of publicity, and I think people want the store to survive. Honestly, I mean, I do. Right now, I'm a PC gamer, but I want them to survive. I think it's a great store. I think it's good for kids. Besides all the mumbo jumbo that's out there, games are rotting kids' brains. Well, they might be, but I don't know. I played video games and I turned out okay, I think. Yep, you're right. The shortage, the silicon chip. Yep, that did hurt next gen supply, of course. Where are you from there, James? Yep, yep. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's funny because I don't really think games were that bad. I mean, back in the day, I think the one that was the worst was Doom, and it was amazing. It was awesome. You know, it doesn't seem like kids are all messed up, but then again, we are having a lot of shootings. You know, the most recent one in Colorado. I don't know what are you gonna do? I mean, there's crazy people out there. You put guns in their hands, guess what happens? You know, I mean, it's just sad. But I think kids need to play games. There's a lot of good things to be learned from games. I feel 100% that I learned a lot of stuff from some of the video games I played. Cincinnati, okay. And how did you find bull stocks? Getting some texts here. Yeah, anything. I agree with you there. Anything could be abused. It's all about moderation, right? Yep. Yeah, they're pretty busy. So I was very happy to get on and be able to do this live to be able to share with more people because I mean they fill up pretty quick. I'm excited. I'm really excited to hear what they have to say. See, make sure my stream health is good. Yep, excellent, perfect. And you can hear me okay, James? Good, crystal clear, awesome. Sorry for not knowing your channel, boys. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, we're growing. We're growing on Facebook. We have about 213 followers there, and I do a lot of stuff on TikTok about the stocks that I'm following at the moment, which is Vuzix, VUZI. They do augmented reality glasses. I'm following the AMC, the GME saga, and you know anything that I find myself and my partner, anything we find, we post. He does a watch list in the morning, so that's pretty cool. It's nice and easy. These guys should be getting on here really soon, so we'll be listening to them. Awesome. If you guys haven't yet, please subscribe. Please hit that like button and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I'm doing a live stream. I always try to catch the earnings of the stuff that's hot. So I just started doing the live stream because I realize that there's a lot of people that can't get on these because they only allow so many people to get on the calls. So my content is not available. All right, let's fix that right now. Let's see here. Copy. And paste. There is our Facebook right there. So that should be pretty good. There's that. Gosh, they really like this elevator music. It is annoying. All right, we're getting some more people on. That's good. All right, do you guys go on stock twits at all? I've been noticing they've been down a little bit. I don't know what's going on with them. Had trouble getting on a little earlier. Huh. Yeah, they are having some issues. Or something went wrong. Yep. What stocks are you guys following? You have any tickers that you want to share while GME jumps up and down? Man, 171, low of the day, huh? Woo! Let's see here. They'll be starting shortly. I think the last time he said about 15 minutes, and that was about 7 minutes ago, maybe? I could be off. Oh, they said 2 o'clock. That's right. So they'll be on in about 3 minutes. No, this thing, man. This is my dad's mug, man. Solidarity. Rise against communism, right here. I don't know, but there is a lot of market manipulation going on, and it's been going on for years, though. I mean, did you guys watch? Now, I don't know. I feel like it is a ladder attack, but if you guys watch the level 2 on AMC, it's nuts. I mean, 1 penny off? Really? All the time? 1 penny off. It's insane. I'm really interested to hear what they're going to say. I hope it's not a letdown. No, I do not have a set schedule that we broadcast, but I try to get on here as much as possible to basically throw up tickers that I think are going nuts. Um, we will be getting on more often, just as as the channel's growing, and we'll try to make sure that people find the right tickers at the right time before it goes up, because that's what problems everybody's having. Wow, 167. Woo-hoo-hoo. This thing's dropping. Exactly. Why didn't they do anything in 2008? Yep. And now it's all coming out. It's all in the spotlight with GME and AMC, and I don't know. Now if you go on to like StockTwits, and even Reddit, you have all these other traders pushing different companies that have high shorts. It's like, come on, guys. It's no fun. When the first squeeze happened in January, I had shares of Vuzi and SOL, and we got screwed. I mean, good stocks. Money dropped like crazy. I sat there this time and I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get in on it too. So I bought a couple shares of GME. And I bought some shares of AMC. And AMC, I also think, once this pandemic is released, then I think we'll be able to start enjoying the theaters again. I mean, I have a 6-year-old. I can't wait to take him to the movies. So let's see, James.
Greetings.
Here we go.
To the GameStop fourth quarter.
Let me know if you guys can hear this okay.
At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. If anyone should require operator assistance during the conference, please press *0 on your telephone keypad. As a reminder, this conference is...
How's it sound, guys?
It is now my pleasure to introduce your host, Eric Cerny, Investor Relations. Thank you, Mr. Cerny. You may begin.
Thank you and welcome to GameStop's fourth quarter and fiscal 2020 earnings conference call. This call will include forward-looking statements which are subject to various risks and uncertainties that could cause actual results to differ materially from expectations. Any such statements should be considered in conjunction with the cautionary statements in the safe harbor statement in the earnings release and risk factors discussed in reports filed with the SEC. GameStop assumes no obligation to update any of these forward-looking statements or information. A reconciliation and other information regarding non-GAAP financial measures discussed on the call can be found in the earnings release issued earlier today, as well as the investors section of our website. Joining me today is GameStop's Chief Executive Officer, George Sherman. On today's call, George will share insights into our business and strategic framework for the future, followed by a review of the financial results and strategic direction as we head into fiscal 2021. Please note that we will not be conducting a Q&A session as part of today's call. Now, I would like to turn the call over to the company's Chief Executive Officer, George Sherman.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Before reviewing our results, I'd like to take this opportunity to personally thank our entire GameStop team for all that it has accomplished over the past year. Throughout the year, we worked incredibly hard to meet our customers' needs whenever, however, and wherever they chose to shop amidst the pandemic-impacted backdrop. I'm so grateful for our team's dedication to our customers and our brand. Fiscal 2020 was an unprecedented time. Our full-year results reflect our organization's adaptiveness and focus on navigating the various operating challenges presented by the pandemic. I am particularly proud of how our team members met the expectations of our customers by greeting them during curbside pickups, packing orders that ship from stores, assisting with online orders, and offering advice to customers in store. During this time, our top priority was safeguarding the health and well-being of our associates, customers, and communities. As you recall, we closed the majority of our global fleet during the height of the pandemic, resulting in a significant reduction of operating days compared to 2019. When stores were allowed to reopen, we operated under limited hours and at reduced capacity in many locations. And in several of our operating countries, returned to full store closure protocols later in the year. During this time, we worked diligently to plan for safe reopenings and introduce more members of GameStop's loyal customer base to our e-commerce capabilities. In terms of operational initiatives, we accomplished the following in fiscal 2020. We delivered a 191% increase in global e-commerce sales to represent approximately of total net sales, up from a low single-digit percentage historically, and reflecting investments during the year that enhanced our e-commerce capabilities. This growth allowed us to recapture a substantial majority of our sales from temporary government-mandated store closings and leveraged our improved fulfillment capabilities, including the initial rollout of same-day delivery and several flexible payment options, which helped to facilitate sales and improve the shopping and delivery experience. Deliver over a $400 million reduction in our reported year-over-year SG&A expenses as a result of ongoing cost optimization efforts. This, combined with an SG&A reduction of $130 million in 2019, adjusted for severance and transformation costs, has resulted in a total SG&A decline of over $530 million over the last 2 years. We continue to transform our physical store presence through ongoing market optimization and global de-densification efforts. This resulted in closing a net 693 stores and reduced store operating costs for the year, while transferring some of the sales online into neighboring locations. We enhanced our financial position and flexibility with a stronger balance sheet, reflecting significant improvements in inventory management and related working capital, a healthy overall cash and liquidity position, a material reduction in overall debt, and the completion of an exchange offer for our March 2021 notes. Overall, we're pleased with the work we accomplished to achieve our objectives and stabilize and strengthen our business operations. That work will continue, particularly as we explore options for our European businesses, which may include further store closings, exiting unprofitable businesses, or investing in e-commerce capabilities. As we go forward, we are focused on transforming into a customer-obsessed technology company that delights gamers. We are working to create a differentiated customer experience that positions us to access new customers, further engage with existing ones, and reactivate former ones. We are maintaining an intense focus on initiatives that drive customer lifetime value. Steps we are taking to execute on this mission include: 1. Investing in technology capabilities, including by insourcing talent, revamping systems, and evaluating next-generation assets. We continue to build out our team expertise in this area, noting our recent addition of a Chief Technology Officer and Chief Operating Officer to the senior leadership team. 2. Building superior customer experience, including establishing a U.S.-based customer care operation. We are focused on providing exceptional customer service levels across all channels, regardless of where, when, or how our customers shop with us. We are accomplishing this with a technology-driven approach, along with leveraging our streamlined retail footprint to provide an unparalleled service proposition with a focus on surprising and delighting our customers. To this end, we have recently added a Senior Vice President level head of customer care and other new additions with e-commerce backgrounds to the senior leadership team. 3. Expanding our product offerings. We are continuing the work to expand our addressable market by growing GameStop's product catalog. This includes growing our product offerings across PC gaming, computers, monitors, game tables, mobile gaming, and gaming TVs, to name only a few. These categories represent natural extensions that our customers would expect to buy from us, expanding our addressable market size by over 5 times, and over time will reduce our reliance on the cyclicality of the company market. 4. Modernizing U.S. fulfillment operations to improve speed of delivery and service. We are improving our distribution network to coincide with the continued optimization of our store footprint. This will enable us to provide customers convenient, flexible, and competitive delivery options across the entire product spectrum. With our recent additions to the senior leadership team, we are quickly evaluating additional distribution options to improve delivery speed. This group is also working to further optimize our warehouse management and order management technologies and other capabilities that will improve the experience for our customers. We expect to accelerate these and other elements of our transformation while continuing to focus on allowing the company to build upon its progress and capitalize on the emerging console cycle. The progress we have made over the past 2 years positions GameStop for long-term growth and to deliver value for shareholders. Now turning to financial results. I'm very pleased with how we navigated a challenging environment and all that we achieved in the fourth quarter in fiscal 2020. Specific to our fourth quarter results, sales were $2.1 billion and comp sales increased 6.5%, supported by mid-teens positive comparable sales in fiscal January. Global e-commerce sales increased 175% and represented 34% of total sales in the fourth quarter versus 12% of net sales in the prior year period. These results were reflective of the increased console demand as we transition from Generation 8 to Generation 9 console gaming products from Microsoft and Sony. Our 6.5% comp growth marks our return to positive quarterly comp sales growth, which we achieved despite further COVID-19 mandated closures around the world, particularly in Europe. The most challenging industry-wide shipping crisis realized and severe supply limitations of new products. Notably, console demand remains more robust than we can meet with supply from console makers, and as a result, we continue to see sell-through rates for our console events in a matter of minutes. In the fourth quarter, we estimate that additional pandemic-related store closures mandated by local governments led to a reduction of approximately 27% in European store operating days versus the prior year fourth quarter. Regionally, Australia was the strongest performing region given minimal disruption of the stores and delivered a nearly 30% comp increase. Building on that momentum, 2021 is off to a great start, led by positive 23% comparable sales in February as we continue to benefit from the launch of new consoles and the accessories and games that come with that product. Further, total consolidated sales for February were up 5.3% versus last year, despite having permanently closed about 12% of stores globally through dedensification efforts and losing over 36% of store operating days in our international business units, primarily in Europe, due to pandemic-related temporary closures in the month. From a product margin standpoint, overall gross margins were 21.1%, down 610 basis points from our more software-led 27.2% gross margin in the fiscal fourth quarter last year. The decline was driven by an expected increase in mix of lower margin hardware sales, a continued increase in industry-wide freight costs, credit card processing fees driven by our higher penetration of e-commerce sales, and a broader promotional stance. Now turning to our expenses and expense management objectives. Our reported SG&A expenses were $419.1 million, reflecting a decline of approximately $92.6 million or 18.1% versus the reported SG&A in the fourth quarter last year, and representing approximately 340 basis point improvement on a percent to sales basis. The decrease was driven by a combination of tight expense controls, particularly lower store costs and corporate G&A expense, and to a lesser extent, sales leverage. On an adjusted basis, SG&A declined $68.4 million or 14.1% year over year. We reported operating income of $18.8 million on a reported basis compared to operating income of $75.2 million in the prior year fourth quarter. Adjusted operating income was $28.9 million compared to $109.2 million in the prior year period. Income tax in the fourth quarter was a benefit of $69.7 million, driven by a change in the tax status of certain foreign entities based on a certain check-the-box elections that we made, along with the impact of the CARES Act, which allowed for a 5-year carryback period for certain current year tax losses. This tax benefit compares to an income tax expense of $43.8 million in the prior year fourth quarter. On a reported basis, net income was $80.5 million or $1.19 per diluted share on 67.8 million shares, compared to net income of $21 million or earnings per diluted share of 32 cents in the prior year fourth quarter. Adjusted net income was $90.7 million or $1.34 per diluted share compared to adjusted net income of $83.8 million or $1.27 per diluted share in the fiscal 19 fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, we continued to focus on de-densifying and streamlining our global store fleet. We closed a net total of 232 stores in the quarter for a total of 693 closures in fiscal 2020. At year end, we operated 4,816 global stores. Now turning to our full year results. Total consolidated sales were $5.1 billion, a decline of 21.3% over the prior year. The sales decline was attributed to a comp store sales decline of 9.5%, approximately 700 permanent global store closures, disruption from the pandemic around the world, including temporary store closures, vendor supply shortages in the new Generation 9 hardware, and a lack of new product at the end of the Generation 8 cycle. E-commerce sales increased 191% for the fiscal year to represent nearly 30% of total net sales. Gross margin for the fiscal year decreased 480 basis points to 24.7% from 29.5% in 2019. SG&A expenses for the fiscal year were $1.5 billion, reflecting a decline of $408.5 million or 21.2% versus reported SG&A in fiscal 2019. On an adjusted basis, SG&A declined $348.9 million or 18.9% year over year. Importantly, these expenses include approximately $25 million in COVID-related safety protocol costs. As we said before, we continue to expect more than 2/3 of these reductions to be permanent as they relate to permanent closures of stores and related labor costs associated with our de-densification strategy. We reported an operating loss of $237.8 million compared to an operating loss of $399.6 million in the prior year. Adjusted operating loss was $238 million compared to operating income of $62.3 million in the prior year. Income tax for the year was a benefit of $55.3 million, driven by the changes in tax status of certain foreign entities and the impact of certain carryback provisions of the CARES Act previously mentioned. This tax benefit compares to an income tax expense of $37.6 million in the prior year. Our effective tax rate for the year was 18.9%. Importantly, we believe these tax elections will yield between $125 and $150 million in cash tax benefit to be received early next fiscal year. On a reported basis, our net loss was $215.3 million, or a loss of $3.31 per diluted share, compared to a net loss of $470.9 million, or a loss per diluted share of $5.38 in the prior year. Our adjusted net loss was $138.8 million, or a loss of $2.14 per diluted share, compared to adjusted net income of $19.1 million, or 22 cents per diluted share in fiscal 2019. Turning to the balance sheet, at the end of the fiscal year, we had cash and restricted cash of $635 million, $121.5 million higher than the end of last year, reflecting our continued efforts to optimize working capital and overall capitalization of our balance sheet. We ended the year with total inventory of $602.5 million, a 30% reduction from prior year inventory levels of $859.7 million. As a result of our ongoing inventory management efforts, our inventory efficiency continued to improve through the fourth quarter as we realized a trailing 12-month inventory turn of 5.9 times versus 4.4 times at the end of 2019. At the end of 2020, our balance sheet and liquidity position were significantly improved versus 2019, despite the impact of the pandemic. This was the result of actions we took to strengthen our financial health in 2020, including completion of an exchange offer and consent solicitation for $216.4 million of our unsecured notes, reducing the amount due to mature in 2021. execution of 5 sale-leaseback transactions related to office buildings, and the sale of a corporate travel asset, contributing approximately $95 million towards total liquidity, and the reduction of overall debt for the year by $57 million, including the early redemption of $125 million of our remaining March 2021 notes. Additionally, as of March 15, 2021, we fully redeemed the remaining $73.2 million of 2021 notes and repaid the outstanding balance of $25 million on our ABL. Capital expenditures for the year were $60 million, at the low end of our previously provided guidance of $60 to $65 million. In fiscal 2020, cash flow from operating activities was an inflow of $123.7 million, an increase of $538.2 million compared to an outflow of $414.5 million during the same period last year. The increase was primarily due to improvements in working capital as a result of optimizing inventory and accounts payable levels through maximizing the cash conversion cycle and more efficient carrying levels of inventory. In terms of our outlook, we're optimistic about our transformation in the emerging console cycle. We recognize business risks remain elevated due to the pandemic and post-pandemic uncertainty. We are not providing specific annual sales and earnings guidance. In summary, 2020 was an unprecedented year, but we're very proud of all that we accomplished to advance our strategic priorities and enhance our financial health. We finished 2020 a stronger company and are well positioned to capitalize on the opportunities ahead of us in 2021 as we move to the next phase of our transformation. GameStop is the only retailer of scale exclusively focused on the gaming industry and adjacent categories. We have a unique opportunity to become the ultimate destination for gamers. I want to take a moment to address several changes to our leadership team. As you know, we announced in February that Jim Bell is stepping down from the CFO role with the company later this week. I want to thank him for his significant contributions to our company during the stabilization and optimization phases of our transformation, particularly his leadership in managing several $100 million in expense reductions and over $350 million in working capital generation. We also announced this week that Frank Hamlin, our Chief Customer Officer, is leaving the company, and I'm very appreciative of his leadership and efforts over the last couple of years of our transformation. Specifically, is spearheading the concept development and execution of our Tulsa project of interactive gaming stores. Finally, we are very excited to welcome Jenna Owens as our new Chief Operating Officer. We believe Jenna's extensive career in technology-led organizations, such as Amazon and Google, are another important addition to our leadership team and our future transformation initiatives. Thank you again for your support and interest in GameStop. We remain very excited about the momentum we have, the many positive changes we are making, and the talent we are attracting to GameStop, all of which we believe will deliver long-term value creation for our stakeholders.
This concludes today's conference. You may disconnect your lines at this time. Thank you for your participation. Have a wonderful evening.
So there you guys go. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Also, if you like the show, the channel, hit the like button. Show some support. Come on, guys. Let me turn this down because I had to turn up my mic quite a bit. I think that will be better. There we go. Perfect. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think came out of that call? It seems like they're going to try to make the company better, obviously. GameStop, looking at the chart here, it's kind of getting eaten up. It's hard. It's a hard day. I was expecting I don't know, for what I heard, I was expecting a lot better news. So I'm waiting for this thing to crash. I'm thinking it's going to probably get down to like 120 today, probably a little bit more tomorrow, and then it's going to get down back into what the company's worth. Right now it's not worth a whole lot because they didn't give a whole lot of good information that might have seemed like they're rebuilding. and they have a lot of hope. They don't, from what I heard. I don't know if you guys disagree. Put it in the comments. But that's what I got. So yeah, I love it, Odez. Me too, buddy. I'm definitely hodling. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Yeah, 6.5% increase is good, but I was expecting a lot more. I mean, look at the stock tumble right now. I mean, we're at 162. Let's zoom out so you can see how bad this looks. But yes, hodl, hodl, hodl. Let's send some apes to the moon all day long. Oh, guys, kind of took a little bit of wind out of my sail there. Look at it drop 160s. Nope, not selling. Sorry. I am prepared to lose some money on this, but I'm really hoping that somehow this day turns into something good. I like I said, I feel like Cohen's got something up his sleeve. I could be wrong, but I'm prepared to pay for being wrong. I mean, that's how you learn in this business, right? So, yeah. How do you guys feel about it? What do you guys think? Let's chat it up a little bit, because I'm ready to go. How's AMC doing with that fun news there? Let's see. AMC 1045. No big deal. It's just hanging in there. That's right. You're only a loser if you sell. I agree. Couldn't agree more. I mean, just so you guys know, I've got money in both GME and AMC, and I'm not afraid to hold. It's not, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think it's going to drop. It's definitely going to hit a low, but if everything they're saying about the squeeze is true and everything I'm reading about the squeeze is true, it's going to happen and it's going to be big. I just hope it's sooner than later. There's a lot of people relying on GME to produce, on AMC to produce. I was expecting AMC to get up there quite a bit after they mentioned that they're opening, 95% of theaters in the U.S., something like that. What was it? Where's that news? It was in here somewhere. There it is. AMC Entertainment expects 98% of U.S. theaters to be open from March 19th. Theaters, all of them, to be reopened pretty much by the 26th. So I was expecting good stuff there. Didn't really happen. This thing's taking a dive right now. Okay, to me, it was never the money. I put 3,000 euros to GME when it was about $90. I hope all who need money get the squeeze, but I will keep holding. I agree. I'm full. I am just as open as can be about this. I think I have about $2,800 in GameStop, and I have 50 shares of AMC because I don't know. I wasn't really jumping on that bandwagon there, but looking at it, I think it's going to work out with AMC for sure. It's just going to take a while. Now the GME, the GameStop craze, I just want to, I don't know, I want to cut out the paper hands, man. I'm going to put up an emoji here that I want the paper hands to stop, so that's what I want. What is this? All right, we'll go with this one. This one's a lot more fun, I guess. Don't know what happened there. I'm still here. You guys still here? Yep. I'm still streaming, so I would like to know what happened to my stream. Let's see, I hope it didn't completely disconnect me. There we go. Good. Did not disconnect me. That was scary. Let's see. We knew this was going to happen, so just wait until Q1 results. I agree. Yeah, Oda's $50. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I know. Not bucks, but yeah. So, are you guys watching any other tickers? Anything that you would like to look at? Because there's a couple of things that I like to pay attention to, and this is completely just what was that? But might be wrong. This is all speculation. Everything's speculation with the stock market the way it is right now. So I do real estate. I sell real estate, and I have people asking me all the time, "Hey, do you think this is a good decision?" Well, yeah. What do you think? You're buying a house instead of renting. Sure, it's a good idea. Is it a good idea at this moment? I don't know. It depends on how bad you want the house. Same thing with the stock market. If you think that AMC is a good buy it. If you think GME is a good buy it. If you want to jump aboard the rocket ship that's going to rocket, not financial advice by any means whatsoever. I think it will happen. It's just going to take some holding. And all day I've been saying that, you might want to take the ride, but you can't handle the turbulence. You just got to hold on. That's it. Turbulence is going to be there. Guys, these are manipulated stocks. You have to be aware of that. You have to be able to say, hey, I've got $1,000. I can go ahead and throw into this slot machine and see what happens. I believe in GameStop. Do I believe that it's a $200, $300, $400, $500 stock? No. But do I believe it could possibly get there? Sure. There's more and more gamers coming out. The pandemic was a perfect reason for people to play. So that is a big thing. What is this? Robinhood files for IPO. Yeah. Great. Oh, that's funny. Any speculations on what you guys think is going to happen with GameStop tomorrow? Where we're going to be sitting at right now? It's kind of bumping around the 50s. It's back up to 60. What do you guys think? All right. If you guys think that that GME is going to get back over 200 within the next couple days, I want you to put some smiley faces, some smiley face emojis into the chat. If you don't think it's going to hit 200s within the next couple days, then put some frowny faces. Smiley faces or frowny faces? Let's see them. Come on. I think I'm going to do a smiley face because I think smiley faces are where it's at. Honestly. I do think it's going to be over the moon. I think it's going to get back over 200. Possibly by tomorrow. By close of market. Yep, I do. I think it. So, where do you guys see AMC? It's at 1020 right now. 1033. It's hitting lows. These are some weird patterns too. These are, but let's see what's it look like on the 5-day here. Yeah, It's far away from where it's been. But like I said, I think it'll creep back up. All right, so you guys know where we're at. On Facebook, we're under facebook.com/groups with an S at the end /bullstocks. Okay, that's where we're at. If you guys want to follow us, we do post watch lists on there that we have a really good feeling that it's going to go up. I post a lot about tickers that I'm currently in or I'm currently watching. Vuzix, augmented reality, I'm watching them continuously. From Kathy Wood's perspective, she bought 1.7 million shares. She's holding that many shares of Vuzi. VUZI is the ticker. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys watching with us. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on here on the chat. You can go to our Facebook group and join our Facebook group. You can also hit me up on TikTok if you have TikTok. And that's all in the bio. So you guys can take a look at that. And yeah, I really hope you guys have a great trading day tomorrow for those of you that are day traders and like to watch. I am a day trader / swing trader. I will hold until it hits what I want it to hit, and Vuzi was one of those. For some reason, my sell didn't go through, but I was trying to sell Vuzi at $30. I'm in that at $15.70, and yeah, man, GME to the moon, and let these apes party on the moon, man. I'm so excited. I just want to do that. Let's just GameStop it all the way to the moon. All right, guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you trade well tomorrow. Make some money. And remember, don't force the trade and don't get emotional. A lot of panic selling today, which drove a lot of people crazy and lost them a lot of money because this is just a dip in the market, guys. That's it. That's all it is. So have a great day. Enjoy, and we'll talk soon. Have a great one. Bye.